You just inherited a house. You have keys in your hand, the address on paper, and 100 questions in your head. Do you move in? Do you rent? Do you sell it? What about the mortgage? The taxes? What about your siblings? And what happens if you make the wrong decision and it costs you thousands of dollars you didn't need to spend? If that feels even a little familiar, you're in the right place. In this video, I'm going to walk you through what to do when you inherit a house step by step so you can make a smart, calm decision instead of a rushed, emotional one. I'm Christi Lagasse, Director of Growth at SJA Property Management. For over 16 years, our team has helped families across the East Side and the greater Seattle area figure out what to do with inherited homes. We have seen almost every scenario: paid off homes, homes with mortgages, homes with reverse mortgages, properties shared between heirs, and everything in between. Let's talk about your options, the first moves you should make, the hidden costs most people forget about, and some basic tax concepts you need to understand before you decide what to do. And a quick disclaimer, we're not CPAs, estate planners, or attorneys, so you should always talk with those professionals before making any big financial decisions. What I want to give you here is a practical framework so those conversations feel easier and less overwhelming. Let's start with the big picture. Once the property is officially yours, you have three main paths. Option 1, you move into the home. Option 2, you keep it and rent it out. Or option 3, you sell it. Living in the home can be a powerful choice if the location, size, and finances all make sense. You get a place to live, you stay connected to the memories in that house, and you benefit from what is called a stepped-up basis for tax purposes. That means for future taxes, the value is reset to what the home was worth when you inherited it. Renting the home turns it into an income-producing asset. You can keep the property in the family, take advantage of the rental market here in Washington, and build long-term wealth. Selling is the cleanest option when you need simplicity or are sharing the property with other heirs. You turn a complicated asset into cash and move on. There is no right answer. The right choice depends on your finances, your goals, and your capacity to manage a property. Before you decide what to do with the house, there are a few very practical steps you should take. Step 1, secure and evaluate the property. Change the locks, collect any keys and garage openers, and make sure the home is safe and secure. And check the insurance situation right away. Some policies change or lapse after the owner passes away, and you do not want an uninsured property sitting there. Then schedule an inspection and ideally an appraisal. You want to know two things. What is the true condition of the home and what is the current market value? Step 2, confirm how the property is transferring. Is it going through probate? Is it in a trust? Was it jointly owned? Do you have siblings or other heirs involved? Here in Washington, real estate technically vests in the heirs at death, but probate may still be needed to clear title or handle debts. This is exactly where a good real estate attorney earns their fee. Step 3, understand the debt on the property. Is the house paid off? Is there a traditional mortgage? Is there a reverse mortgage? Those answers will shape almost every decision you make next. Now let us walk through each scenario. If the house is paid off, that is the simplest situation. Once the estate work is done and the deed is updated, you own the property free and clear. You still have costs like taxes, insurance, and maintenance, but no loan tied to it. If there is a traditional mortgage, you are inheriting the property plus the loan. The good news is that under federal law, lenders usually cannot call the loan due just because you inherited. You can typically keep making payments, refinancing it into your own name, or sell the property and pay off the balance. If there is a reverse mortgage, things work a little different. In most cases, the loan becomes due when the borrower passes away. Heirs usually have a limited window to decide whether to pay off the loan, refinance, sell the property, or walk away if the loan amount is higher than the home value. This is where timing matters. You do not want to ignore letters from the reverse mortgage company. Talk to them early, loop in an attorney or a CPA if you can, and understand your timeline. If this is already making things feel a little clearer, take a second to hit subscribe. We release videos like this regularly to help Seattle area owners and their heirs make better decisions about their properties without having to become full-time experts in real estate law or tax code. Now let us talk about something that often catches people off guard. Owning an inherited home is not free, even if the mortgage is gone. You're looking at property taxes, homeowners insurance, and sometimes vacant home coverage if the property is empty. ongoing maintenance like yard work, cleaning and repairs, possibly HOA dues, and in some cases, legal or probate costs. If the house sits empty for months while you decide what to do, those expenses do not pause. They quietly eat away at whatever value you just inherited. This is one reason many families choose to either rent the property quickly or sell it instead of letting it sit in limbo. Let me give you a very simple way to think about taxes when you inherit a house. You usually do not pay a special tax just for inheriting the property. At the federal level, only very large estates pay estate tax. In Washington, there is a state estate tax for the higher value estates, but again, that is generally paid by the estate, not the individual heir. Say that 3 times fast. The bigger issue for you personally is capital gains if you sell. Here is where that stepped up basis is your friend. When you inherit, the tax basis for the property resets to its market value at the date of death. So if the home was bought years ago for $200,000 but is worth $800,000 today, your basis is $800,000. If you sell it soon for around that price, you might owe little or no capital gains tax. If you hold the property and it grows in value, then the difference between your stepped up basis and your eventual sale price is what can be taxed. If you move into the home and make it your primary residence, you may qualify later for the standard home sale exclusion on capital gains. Every situation is different, which is why talking to a CPA is so important, but I gave you the general idea. Once you understand the condition of the home, the debt, the costs, the basic tax picture, then you can start asking the big questions. What do you actually want this property to do for you? If you move in, can you comfortably afford the ongoing costs? Does the location work for your life? Does it move you closer or further away from your financial goals? If you rent it, are you prepared to be a landlord? That means tenant screening, maintenance, legal compliance, and Seattle and Washington specific rules. If you do not want that second job, you can bring in a property management company like ours to handle the day-to-day and treat it like the investment that it really is. If you sell it, are you ready emotionally and financially to let it go? What will you do with the proceeds? Pay off debt, reinvest, share with family, something else? There is no wrong decision. There is only the decision that best fits your life. At SJA, we often meet people at this exact crossroads. Sometimes they say, I think I want to rent this, but I have no idea how to start. Sometimes they say, I think I want to sell, but I need to understand what it's worth and whether renting first makes sense. Our role is to help you see the numbers clearly. We can estimate rental value, talk about likely maintenance needs, connect you with trusted vendors, and if you decide to hold the property as a rental, manage everything for you so it becomes a source of income rather than a source of stress. Inheriting a house is a big moment. It's emotional, it's financial, and sometimes it's complicated. The good news is you don't have to figure it all out alone. If you have just inherited a home in the Seattle area and are trying to decide what to do next, we would be happy to help. Visit sjapm.com and request a free consultation. We will walk you through the options, talk through numbers, and help you build a clear plan for your property you just inherited. And if you found this helpful, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone else who might be navigating a similar situation. This is Christi from SJA Property Management. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.